I spent the last few weeks going through gaming board reports, car wash industry data, and state licensing rules to answer one weird question. Can you actually put a casino next to a car wash and make real money doing it? Turns out, in over a dozen states, this isn't some internet myth, it's a real legal business model, and the numbers behind it are bigger than most people expect. Today I'm breaking down exactly what a car wash makes on its own, and what adding gaming machines on top actually does to the profit. Let's start with something you already understand, a regular car wash. If you drive past one every day, it probably looks simple. Guys with sponges, some soap, maybe a vacuum station, nothing exciting. But here's what most people don't realize. Car washes are quietly one of the most profitable small businesses in America right now. A full-service car wash in the US typically brings in somewhere between $500,000 and $900,000 a year in revenue. And unlike a restaurant where margins are razor thin, car washes keep a huge chunk of that as actual profit. Industry-wide, profit margins usually land somewhere between 15% and 26%, but the newer, more automated express car washes, the ones with the tunnel and the monthly membership, can push margins as high as 45% to 65%. That's an unusually high margin for a business that's essentially just water, soap, and a conveyor belt. Why is it so profitable? Because once you build the tunnel and install the equipment, the cost of washing one more car is almost nothing. Water gets recycled. 1 or 2 employees can run the whole thing. And a lot of these places now sell monthly memberships, so customers pay whether they show up or not. It's a business that prints money quietly without ever needing to be exciting, so that's baseline. A well-run car wash is already a strong business on its own. Now here's where it gets interesting. Picture that same car wash. Same building, same parking lot, same customers pulling in every single day. But now, right next to the vacuum stations or inside the little waiting area, there are a few gaming machines. Not a full casino with blackjack tables and a dealer in a suit. That's the visual, not the literal setup. In real life, it's something much simpler. Video gaming terminals. Basically slot machine style games, legally licensed, sitting quietly in the corner of the building. This is not a fringe idea. In states like Illinois, this is already a massive government-regulated industry. Gas stations, truck stops, and other qualifying businesses are legally allowed to install these machines, and the numbers are honestly shocking. In 2025 alone, video gaming terminals across Illinois generated more than $3 billion in revenue. That's not a typo. $3 billion from machines sitting in bars, gas stations, and truck stops, the exact kind of real estate a car wash sits on. Now, here's how the money actually gets split, because this is the part most people get wrong. When someone puts money into one of these machines, that money doesn't all go to the business owner. It's split roughly 3 ways. About a third goes to the government as tax revenue. Another third goes to the company that owns and services the machines. And the final third goes to the business owner, the person who's building the machines are sitting in. So what does that actually look like in dollars? According to state gaming reports, the average Illinois location with these machines brings in somewhere between $78,000 and over $100,000 a year in gaming income for the owner. Some locations, especially truck stops that can run the machines 24 hours a day, report closer to $190,000 a year in owner income. And here's the key detail, that income requires almost no extra labor. You don't need to hire anyone new to run a gaming machine. It doesn't need water, soap, or a conveyor belt. It just sits there, plugged in, quietly making money while your existing car wash staff keeps doing their normal job outside. Now let's actually do that math and see where double profit comes from. Say you own a solid mid-sized car wash pulling in $700,000 a year in revenue with a healthy 20% profit margin. That's $140, 0 cents a year in profit from washing cars, a genuinely good business. Now add gaming machines to that same location. Even on the lower end, say $80,000 a year in owner income from the machines. That's not doubling your revenue, but look at what it does to your profit. Your original profit was $140,000. Now you're adding $80,000 in nearly pure profit on top of it because there's barely any extra cost involved. That pushes your total profit up to $220,000, a jump of almost 60%. In a stronger location, especially one that qualifies as a truck stop and can run machines around the clock, that gaming income alone could get close to matching or even exceeding your car wash profit. That's where the idea of doubling your profit isn't just clickbait, it's a realistic outcome for the right location. So why does this combination work so well beyond just the math? Think about who's already standing in that building. Someone pulling into a car wash is a captive customer for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. They're not going anywhere. They're not browsing other options. They're just standing around waiting for their car, usually bored, usually on their phone. That's exactly the kind of environment where a few gaming machines in the corner start getting used, not because people planned to gamble that day, but because the option is right there while they wait. And from a pure business standpoint, this is close to a perfect add-on. You already own the real estate. You already have people walking through the door every single day. You're not paying extra rent, you're not hiring new staff, and you're not competing for new customers. You're just capturing a small slice of spending from people who were already coming to you anyway. Now, this doesn't work everywhere, and it's worth understanding why, because it explains exactly which car washes can pull this off. First, every state has its own gambling laws. A lot of states either ban this kind of machine entirely or restrict it to very specific types of businesses, like bars with liquor licenses or large truck stops. In Illinois specifically, to qualify as a truck stop for gaming purposes, your property needs to be at least 3 acres, sell a serious amount of diesel fuel every month, and have dedicated parking for commercial trucks. A small neighborhood car wash usually won't qualify on its own. This model works best for larger properties that combine a car wash with a gas station or convenience store. Second, there are real costs and fees involved. Licensing isn't free. Local governments often charge annual fees per machine on top of the state's cut of the revenue. In some cities, that can be over $1,000 per machine per year just in licensing costs, before you've made a single dollar back. But once that's paid, the ongoing cost to keep a machine running is close to nothing. So is this a real legal and genuinely smart way to add profit to an already strong business? Based on the actual numbers, yes. The car wash gives you the steady, dependable base income. The gaming machines give you a high margin bonus sitting on top of customers you already have. It's not really about running a casino. It's about understanding that the most valuable thing you own isn't the car wash equipment, it's the people standing in your parking lot with nothing to do for 10 minutes. And that idea, squeezing more value out of customers you already have, instead of chasing new ones, is honestly a lesson that applies way beyond car washes. So here's the short version. A solid car wash alone can pull in $500,000 to $900,000 a year, with margins up to 65%. Add legal gaming machines to that same property, and you can tack on tens of thousands more in almost pure profit with barely any extra cost. In the right location, that's not a small bump, it's a serious jump in total profit. It's not about literally running a casino. It's about using the customers you already have, standing in your lot, doing nothing, and turning that dead time into income.